It is 9:46 a.m. and I had a trade with VAPR, and this was a bit of a resistance breakout. It did have a spike today in the morning, and I mean apparently it's because of some news. I don't really know, but it did have a nice move, and that's what I'm more interested in. It went from the 48s. It did get as high as 80. It actually did get to the top of this wick. It wasn't like a misprint or something. It actually did get that high, so this is a pretty impressive stock. I am watching this for a bull flag, but if it decides to do something very choppy with a wide spread like it kind of is right now, like right now it's trading like three pieces apart, 70, almost 71 by 74, then I will just let it do whatever it wants. I won't trade it. But I did trade it because it did break past this level, which was 69, and I thought that would add like additional strength if it has a morning spike, and then it breaks this level, and then it can continue the run over a longer period of time, perhaps. I did buy 1,500 shares at 69 once again, and that was at 9:35, so that was right here, right when it looked like it was trying to break 69, and it did do it. It did get as high as this 80 level, which is super impressive. Very hard to have sold into this wick, but it was possible because it did actually trade that high. And I did get out of the position very quickly because I just don't like how it trades very choppy with a wide spread. So I was very quick on it, but maybe ideally I could have kept a smaller piece. Maybe it could have had like a trend line in place. So for example, I was in it right there. Maybe I could have had a trend line from these two candles, right? And then I would have given me more, I guess, holding power to have maybe sold much higher and then officially be out once it was breaking this trend line if I still had any pieces left. Well, I did sell in two pieces, 500 shares at 9:36. I did get out, and that was at 7:35, which was right around here. And then I did get out of the other piece not too much later at the same minute at 7:27. So that was around right here. It did do what I wanted to do. It did break 69, and it did get as high as this 8 cent level, but I just don't like the way it trades. If it were to have traded more cleanly, maybe I could have sold better, but I'm glad that I still tried it. And I am still watching this for a bull flag, although it's not really looking like one anymore. It's kind of looking like it's trying to just consolidate above VWAP, so I'll take that into consideration. And yeah, this thing is definitely lasting a lot longer than what I thought it would. Again, just looking at how it's traded before, previously with lots of volume, it doesn't seem to last that long. But this is definitely the one that is different. And that's a good reason why I'm not a short seller. I will make an update. I don't see anything else that I'm interested in except for VAPR. It is 11:36 a.m. and I am here to make an update. This did make a move eventually. This was no longer like a bull flag with VAPR, but this was very similar to the first setup in that I had to be in very, very quickly because it's going to uptrend very quickly and trade with a wide spread. I wasn't necessarily ready for it here. It did happen. And this was pretty nice. It did go from 75 to 85. So I do want to note that. And there isn't anything else that I'm interested with VAPR, but this one's a very interesting one. I have to do some work to catch up with my business, and I also have an appointment, so I don't necessarily have the time, and I've been a bit off of the computer. But this did a very nice move right here. I will call it like a intraday breakout where, without including this wick, because this is like VAPR, it trades with a spread, and it's kind of erratic at times. It did do an ultimate breakout over this 15 level. It broke past it, it came back under it, and then it started to consolidate above that level, and then it eventually made a nice spike. So this thing was also pretty cool to look at. I don't know if it's going to be able to do something like this for a longer period of time, if it can uptrend for more than just one day, but this was a pretty cool move. And yeah, unless I just happen to trade something on my work laptop, I don't think I'm gonna make an update until the market is closed, but there were some nice setups that I just wasn't able to be a part of. Alright, it is 9:20 p.m. and I am here to call it off. I just had my wisdom teeth removed, so I hope I don't sound horrible. I am up on the day, just 595 trading VAPR, and this one It did work out in the morning. I wish I was a part of this one and there wasn't anything else afterwards that I was interested in. And I did miss out ultimately on NUVG. And on top of that, I think it was NSAV that also had like a breakout right here, playing around this 87 sub penny level. This was a nice one too. I think I'll be able to trade tomorrow, and ideally I can be a part of any new setups then. I think I did my best with what I was able to, although I feel like maybe I could have been a little more aggressive and been a part of this one right when it was happening if I was, just more ready to trade something like that. But otherwise, I did pretty well with the one trade I did have, and that's all I have for today.